Hi, everyone, and welcome to the iSpring Solutions webinar series. My name is Alice. I'm an e-learning expert at iSpring, and I will be presenting for you today. We've been on the market for about 20 years, and we've been creating top quality products on e-learning and online training. And we have a long history of trust with our customers all across the world. And today we are going to talk about a very interesting topic. We will talk about training, content creation hurdles, and we'll share 6 tips for RTOs. So, why did I decide to focus on the content creation process in today's session? Because I know it can really be challenging and time and money consuming for many RTOs. However, this process doesn't have to be overwhelming, overcomplicated, and much too expensive. For many RTOs I work with, we were able to find a solution that fit their needs. Moreover, they are now able to create effective and interactive content with results that are easy to track, hassle-free. So let's move on to the challenges that RTOs face in the content creation process. First, let's talk about time and money-consuming challenges. There are 3 cases I'd like to cover. The first one is when an RTO uses third-party services for content creation. This can cost you a lot of money because they create content once and you pay for it, but anytime you need to update your content, you'll need to pay for each update. The second challenge is that the process of tracking results is not automated. Most of the time, RTOs track results manually, which is very time-consuming. And the third challenge is the fear of the new and unknown, which can really keep the process from moving forward. You can detect this challenge when you have lots of what if questions, like what if the tool doesn't work for us? What if I spend too much money and the outcome isn't satisfactory? What if we spend too much time learning the new tool and there are other tools that were great and are less complicated? And many others. The next big group of challenges are about effective learning outcomes. The first one in this group is when you present your training materials as documents, PDFs, and PowerPoint presentations. But what's wrong with that? Well, nothing if you don't want your learners to retain the content. It's a well-known fact, and I believe that Julie Dirksen was talking about it lately, that in order to learn something, reading is not sufficient. To make content stick, you need to offer your learner the option to interact with it. There are lots of ways you can do that, but we will talk about that later. And that brings us to the next challenge, which is to be able to create competitive content. Let's face it, we all want our service to stand out, and it's really hard to achieve that through plain docs and presentations. You want your content to receive the highest rates from your learners, don't you? And the last challenge here is when an RTO already has an LMS with a built-in tool for content creation, which is awesome because it makes the training process easier compared to the old-fashioned way. However, as far as content creation is concerned, most of these built-in tools have limited functionality, which can result in low learning outcomes. So all of these challenges can be addressed with an authoring tool that is perfect for your needs. So let me go ahead and jump to the how part right away. So there are 3 top authoring tools on the market. It's Articulate 360, Adobe Captivate, and iSpring Suite Max. Each of these tools is well suited for a particular type of scenario. One solution will work for you when it's necessary to launch a lot of e-learning content immediately. while others provide a complex and detailed foundation for authoring. On our website, we have a detailed review article that you can go ahead and check out. So now let's see how iSpring can help you with each challenge. The first challenge was about when an RTO uses third-party services for content creation. So with iSpring, you have your own authoring tool, like iSpring Suite, that allows you to create your training materials in-house without going to third-party services. Having your own authoring tool enables you to tailor courses with all your own content, so they are more in tune with users and therefore more readily accepted. And anytime you need to update your content, you can just quickly do that yourself without spending additional fees for such services and wasting your time on back and forth reviewing. The second challenge is about when the process of tracking results is not automated. iSpring Suite comes with a built-in quiz maker that allows you to create interactive assessments where points are assigned automatically, so you don't have to assess them manually. And another great feature of QuizMaker is that reports can be easily sent to you or your students via email. And the third challenge is the fear of the new and unknown that can stop the process from moving forward. Remember, it's that challenge where we asked lots of what if questions. And here, I'd like to talk about our clients and why they choose iSpring. What our clients love most about iSpring Suite is the fact that it's a PowerPoint add-in, which makes it super easy to use. Because if you know how to use PowerPoint, you'll know how to use iSpring. iSpring is well known for having a zero learning curve, and you can create training content with no IT or design experience thanks to built-in content library. Top review websites for e-learning such as Capterra, GT, and e-learning industry, they have lots of reviews for iSpring tools, so you can go ahead and check them out. We also have award-winning technical support available 24/7 via chat and email, and our specialists are always happy to help. And webinar series that are free to watch can also save your time and address some of the questions you may have when choosing an authoring tool. Now, let's see what iSpring has to offer in terms of effective learning outcomes. The first challenge is when you present your training materials as documents, PDFs, PowerPoint presentations, which is not that engaging and doesn't help when learning the material. With iSpring Suite, you can create or supercharge your presentations with interactive elements like quizzes, interactions, role plays, and screencasts that will help you engage your students in the learning process and increase their attention and focus on the material that they have to study, which will result in better content retention. The second challenge when you need to be able to create competitive content. So according to our clients' experience, with the outstanding features available in iSpring, they were able to build a variety of contents that their students would prefer over other learning materials. Even though it's super easy to build, the outcome looks extremely professional. And the third challenge is when a built-in tool has limited functionality. Even if you have an LMS, you can still complement it with iSpring Suite and leverage all the options available. If you're not sure if iSpring will work with your LMS, please don't worry. We constantly test LMSs that are out there on the market to make sure that our tool is compatible. We even have a list on our website that already has over 150 LMSs that are compatible. So now let me show you the tool iSpring Suite in action. So I'm going to focus on building a course in iSpring Suite Max. I want to start with you from scratch to show you how quickly you can create an engaging course with video, interaction, and a small quiz in iSpring Suite Max. And then I will show you how to upload our course to iSpring Space, and of course demonstrate how to share this course with your team or with your learners. Great, so I'm super excited to switch to the practical part and create a course together with you. So we will be working on a course on a vital topic, fire safety. But before we move on, let me just quickly show you how the course built in iSpring Suite Max looks. So I have pre-uploaded course. I pre-uploaded the course to our learning management system, iSpring Learn, and we will take a look at it from the learner's perspective. So let's imagine that I'm a new employee, and as a part of my onboarding program, I have to take the training on fire safety. So I am in my user portal and I immediately see onboarding program, right? And I see that this onboarding program assigned to me. So let's take a look at this fire safety course. So here you can see the interactive player that you can use to navigate through the course. Here's a YouTube video embedded right in my course. There is also an interaction that helps me learn about different types of fire extinguishers. And lastly, there is a quiz to check my knowledge. Looks great. Okay, I have completed the course in the LMS, right? And if you would like to learn more about iSpring Learn LMS, we have a dedicated webinar on that topic as well. So let us know in the chat box and we will share a link with you after the session. So now let's quickly build this course in iSpring Suite Max. I will go back to PowerPoint and we'll just open new file here. You see iSpring Suite appears like an extra tab in PowerPoint toolbar, and I've already logged in. So let's go to the course creation. So to make my course more engaging, I will start by adding templates, characters, and their surroundings. Luckily, I don't have to search for all of this online or bother a designer because I can find all of this in Content Library, which is a part of iSpring Suite Max. So let's start with slide templates. When you open slide templates, you can find plenty of templates. For example, urban style, orbital, light, and architecture, workspace, and many others. And each template has ready-made slides on different parts of a course, such main menu, objectives, company products, video, company mission, and so on. So for my course, I'm going to choose the first one, course title, and we'll just click on insert. So now I am going to change a picture. So I will just right click and we'll change picture and we'll choose it from a file. I have pre-created resource folder, so I'm going to choose this one. And now I will just copy and paste the course title here. And a short description. Our title page looks great. So now I will create a new slide. I will go to Insert and click on New Slide here. In my course, I will create a step-by-step plan on what to do in case of a fire emergency. And to introduce my learner to the topic, I want to share an instructional video. So I'll start by adding a background. So I'll simply go back to iSpring Suite tab and click on Backgrounds in Content Library. And let's select Office Picture. Let me see. This one looks great, so let's add it. To make it less bright, I will create a white transparent shape. To do that, I will go to Insert tab and click on Shapes, and we'll choose Rectangle. Now I will go to the Quick Styles here, and we'll choose Transparent one. And the last step is to change the color. So I will go to Shape Fill. We'll select White, and we'll set up transparency 32%. Perfect. Next, I will add the video itself. Well, there are different ways of adding videos to your course in iSpring Suite. So you can record video, you can record your screen, you can add a video from YouTube or insert it as a web object. In my case, I will add a YouTube video. So I will just click on YouTube button here, and we'll just copy and paste the link to the video right here. Let's quickly preview it just to be sure that everything works great. And let's add it. So now I'm just going to resize it a bit so it will fit our slide better. Great. Let's make our course even more interactive. To do that, I will add a character. To find the best character, I'm going to go to the Content Library Characters right here. iSpring Content Library has a diverse selection of characters that represents different ethnicities, occupations, actions, and even emotions. We constantly update Content Library, and we are always happy to hear your suggestions. I would definitely encourage you to use characters in your courses simply because it creates an emotional connection between the learner and the content and involves them more in the training process. So for my course, I obviously need a firefighter. Here it is. Let's choose Vincent. And I want him to be pointing to the firefighter, this one. And let's add it to our slide. Okay, so now I want to resize him a bit. And let's crop the image. So that it will fit the slide better. Okay, so now I want to add a word bubble with the video description. To do that, I will go to Insert, click on Shapes, and we'll choose Callouts, this one. I will put it right here, and we'll point the end toward my character. Let's change the design, and I will just copy and paste the description from my pre-created file. Okay, this slide is ready as well. So after my learners watch the video, I want them to better memorize the steps on how to act in case of a fire emergency. There is a total of 5 steps, but to save time, I will only create the slide with step 1, analyze the situation, because other steps have the same exact structure. So I'm going to use another template for this slide. I will go back to iSpring Suite and click on Slide Templates. I will go to the same set of templates, but this time I'm going to choose Company Mission, this one, and let's insert it. So now I want to change the background to our office picture. So I will just slightly move the overlay layer and delete background. I will go back to the content library now and choose backgrounds. I'm going to choose the same office picture, this one, and let's add it. Okay, let's send it to back and put our overlay layer back. Looks great. Now I'm ready to add my text. I will just copy and paste my step 1. Right here, and also will add the text itself. Now I will format the text itself and add a sign to visualize the step. First, I'm going to change this text to bullet points. So I am going to the Home tab and click on bullets here. I will just need to select it first and click on bullets. Great. It looks almost perfect, but I think that this quotation mark doesn't look good for this topic, so I'm going to delete it. And instead, I'm going back to our content library, but this time I will choose icons. And I will just quickly find thought process and we'll choose this one. Let's move it right here. And I will also change the color. So I will go to Home and we'll change the color in shape fill to red. Great, our slide is ready. And now let's jump into creating an interaction. So another key component of the fire safety training of the fire safety training is learning what types of firefighting appliances there are and how you should use them. To help my learners with that, I will add an interaction with various types of fire extinguishers. So to save time, I will just duplicate the slide, the last slide, and copy and paste a new title and description here. But this time I will move the text box to the side and we'll resize it. Like this, and we'll delete the icon. Great, so I also want to bring in our character Vincent here. So I will go back to iSpring Suite tab and click on characters. Let's choose Vincent, and now I want him to choose this one. I will insert it, and now I'm going just quickly resize it so it will fit our slide better, and we'll quickly crop the image. Great. So the slide is ready, and let's move on to creating an introduction. So I will start by adding a new PowerPoint slide. I will click on Insert, click on Slide, and add a new slide here. So now to add an introduction, we just go to iSpring Suite tab and click on Introduction here. Let's just create new introduction. As you can see, iSpring Suite has 12 different types of instructions for use in a huge variety of training situations. With these interactive templates, you can present your training content and engage your learners. For example, instructions will help you show the history of your company, your product details, and an interactive pie chart with your data. For my course, I will choose steps. Let's create an introduction. You can start by adding introduction and summary slides. To save time, I will just copy my steps and short descriptions. So let's start. Just copy and paste the title here and also short description. And I also want to add an image here. To do that, I will just go to Insert and will choose a picture from my pre-created folder. And let's change the position like this. Great. So I'm going to repeat this for all next steps. We'll just copy again the title and a short description, and we'll add a picture. And the last one. And let's add a picture here. So it's very easy to do. When your interaction is done, you can preview it by clicking the preview button right here. So you can navigate through the interaction using the player navigation buttons or by clicking on the buttons in the interaction itself. And plus, you can see how the interaction will look on different devices like desktops, laptops, and mobile devices. And if something doesn't look right, you can easily fix it prior to publishing, and it saves so much time. Actually, I think that the blue color doesn't match my overall course design, so I'm going to change that. I will just close this window and we'll go to colors. And I'm going to change step border to red, and also button background. Great, so it looks much better now. When you're ready, you just save and return to continue with the course. Now our step-by-step guide is ready. I think my course looks great, and now I want to add a quiz to check my learners' knowledge. To create a quiz, I am first going to add a new PowerPoint slide here. So I will go again to Insert and choose New Slide. Now I will go back to iSpring Suite tab and click on Quiz here. So you can choose between graded quiz and survey. And I will choose graded quiz for my course. I want to show you the question types first. Here it is. You can see 14 different types of questions: multiple choice, multiple response, drag the words, hotspot, and my favorite one, drag and drop. So it gives you almost unlimited possibilities for creating effective and pleasant looking assessments. And it's super easy. You can switch between forum view and slide view. Use forum view to quickly enter the question and answer text, and slide view for changing the appearance of the slide. Of course, if you would like to learn more about iSpring Quizmaker, you are welcome to watch 2 webinars on how to work in iSpring Quizmaker like a pro on our YouTube channel. So for my first question, I will choose sequence. I will go to Insert and click on Questions tab, and we'll select sequence. So in the slide view, I'm going to add the question text and a background picture. So I will just quickly copy and paste the question text. And now I'm going to add a background. So I will go back to iSpring Content Library and click on Backgrounds. I'm going to choose Office Picture. And let me see. I'm going to choose this one, this meeting room. Let's add it. And to make the question more visible, I will just select it and going to change the style. Great. To add my answers, I will just switch to form view now, and we'll copy and paste the answers. The third one and the last one. And the order in which you type in your options will be considered as the correct one. On the right side, you can see slide options. You can use them to change quiz settings. And at the bottom of the page, you can see you can easily change feedback and branching. Um, you can change feedback for correct and incorrect answers. Great. So my next question will be a hotspot. So I will ask my learners to identify the fire safety rules violations. So to add this type of question, I will go back to questions tab and we'll choose hotspot. So I will just quickly copy and paste the question text. And we'll upload image from the resource folder. Great. Now in my case, the boxes on the image close the emergency exit. So let's create a hotspot over this area, which will be our correct answer. So I will choose the oval shape and the shape over the boxes right here. And now I will just switch to slide view to see if everything looks great. Great. Oh, I see that we need to change the question text. Sorry. Great. Let's move on to the next question. The last one will be a drag and drop question, which with this question type, your creative possibilities are almost unlimited. So still in the slide view, I'm going to add this question type, drag and drop. And now I will add another office center here, office background. I will go back to backgrounds, click on offices, and we'll find the right picture. I'm going to choose call center. Let's add it. And let's add our question text here. And to make our question more visible, I will just go to format and we'll change the design. Great. Okay, so now I'm going to insert 3 objects: the fire, a flower vase, and a fire extinguisher. I will go to insert and will choose them from my pre-created folder. I will add them and will quickly resize to make them more real. Great. Here in the drag and drop options, I will choose any drop target and snapping type will leave stack random. Great. So now I will go back to form view and select the correct match. To do that, I will set flowers and fire extinguisher as drag items and select fire as a drop target for fire extinguisher. The flowers will have no match. Now for the fun part, let's preview this question to see how it works. So let's go to preview and preview this slide. Everything looks great. So let's close this window and save our quiz. Of course, there is much more you can create using iSpring Suite. Please let us know in the chat box which features you want to learn more about. So we've done a great job in just 30 minutes and we are ready to publish the course. You can find the publish button here on the main toolbar. And you can see there are several publishing options available. So you can just convert your course and save it on your computer. You can also publish the course directly to iSpring Learn LMS, like I did to show it to you in the beginning of our webinar. You can also create SCORM packages that are compatible with many LMSs, or even publish your course to YouTube. In my case, I'm going to publish the course to my iSpring Space account. Let me just select the right folder. And let's publish it. So my course is now uploaded to iSpring Space account. Great. So I will click on Manage Content, and my iSpring Space account will open. Here, our course. Everything looks great. And a short quiz. Now I want to share this course, the course that we just created, with my colleagues to see if they have any comments or would like to add something to it. So I will just click on share buttons right here, and we'll just copy the link. So now I can send it via email to my colleagues, and even those who are not registered to the account will be able to see this course. Okay, guys, we did a great job today. We created a course using iSpring Suite Max with a video, interaction, and a short test. We also uploaded the course into iSpring Space, and we learned how you can share your courses with your team and learners. And plus, this is just one of many examples that you can achieve with iSpring. And hopefully, now you will be able to kickstart your online training with our solution. Okay, let's move on to our Q&A now. I'm ready to answer your questions. Let me see. Let's see the first question. I see that Iran is asking, can iSpring Suite specifically send quiz results to Moodle LMS? Well, yes. Score format sends all the information on quiz results to all the LMS. You might want to, if you have like Moodle LMS, you might want to contact your LMS provider and ask if they can provide you with the reports. The thing is that all the LMSs, they have different reports and provide users with different informations. I hope I answered your question. Let's move on to the next question. I see Paul is asking, um, can you give multiple attempts to a quiz? Yes, definitely. The quiz options are completely customizable. Uh, you can either set it up to just one attempt or make the multiple attempts. It's totally up to you. You can definitely set it up. The next question is from John. John is asking, I have a question. If I publish to iSpring Space, do the people I share with have to log in, or can they access just with a link? Sure, you can share your content through iSpring Space with everyone you want. And if you make this link available for everyone, people don't need to have iSpring Space account to view it. Sonia is asking, can you start with a ready-made PowerPoint presentation and enhance it in iSpring Suite Max? Definitely, yes. You can just supercharge your existing PowerPoint presentation. You can just open it, and every time you need to add interactive elements with iSpring, you just hit iSpring Suite tab, or you can easily create everything from scratch. And the next question is from Stacy. Stacy is asking, is there a file size restriction when using video content? Stacy, there is no limit when you add a video to your presentation, but if you want to upload it to the web interface like iSpring Learn or iSpring Space, the limit will be 2 gigabytes. I hope I answered your question. I see that Jody is asking, how would we host such a course over a webinar delivered to multiple participants similar to today? Well, Jody, there are different ways of sharing the course created in iSpring Suite. Uh, you can publish it on your computer and send it via email, but it's not very convenient. Then you can share your course through iSpring Space, right? So you just upload it to your iSpring Space account and then share the link to this course. Then you can, if you have an LMS, you can upload, you can just save your course in SCORM format or XAPI format and upload it to your LMS, and will give access to your learners. Or you can upload to our LMS, iSpring Learn, and publish your, you can publish your course to iSpring Learn LMS. Okay, thank you guys for being so active. I think that we answered all the questions, and it's time to wrap up our session. So I would like to thank all of you for coming today and for spending this hopefully valuable hour with us, learning more about how you can create quality training content, and that the content creation process isn't as complicated and expensive as it seems. If you're interested in testing out iSpring Suite, you're more than welcome to do that. You can just sign up on our website. And I hope everyone has a wonderful day. And please fill out the survey that will pop up at the end of this webinar. And we will see you at the next session. Bye, guys.